They've crossed paths before, but never as equals. Their summit was efficient and substantive, according to Russian President Vladimir Putin. U.S. President Joe Biden suggested time will tell.
President Putin and I had share a unique responsibility to manage the relationship between two powerful and proud countries. A relationship that has to be stable and predictable.
Biden came to Geneva looking to put guardrails around Russian activity in Ukraine, in American elections, and around cyber attacks. But in a solo news conference after, Putin quickly returned to old tactics. On cyber attacks, the two countries agreed to consult, but Putin suggested Russia isn't to blame. The majority of cyber attacks are made from U.S. territory, and the second one is Canada, he said. Pressed by American journalists on the jailing of political opponents like Alexei Navalny, Putin responded by pointing to the arrest of the U.S. Capitol insurrectionists and the Black Lives Matter protests. We do not wish that kind of thing should happen on our territory, he said. Biden was far more frank about what should happen if Navalny dies in prison.
I made it clear to him that I believe the consequences of that would be devastating for Russia.
The relationship between the U.S. and Russia has become increasingly strained. Both countries pulled their respective ambassadors earlier this year.
So you know Vladimir Putin, you think he's a killer?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Putin has been emboldened, having outlasted and at times outplayed a succession of U.S. leaders.
I looked the man in the eye. I found him to be very straightforward and trustworthy.
In a stark break from the cozy and mysterious relationship between Putin and former President Donald Trump, Biden took a more pragmatic view, suggesting he's not looking for friendship or even trust.
This is not about trust. This is about self-interest and verification of self-interest.
From the outset, the White House did not trust that Putin would not try to upstage Biden. They insisted that Putin arrive at the summit site first so as not to keep Biden waiting, and there was no joint press conference. But in a small sign of progress, both leaders did agree to restore their respective ambassadors to embassies in both countries. Donna?
All right, Jackson Proskow, thanks.